to focus on, comments about the show, inquiry about advertising with us, or just want someone to talk to, please visit us there at openandclear.com. This show is brought to you by an AVA, an anonymous vegan activist. Beef. It doesn't always have to be for dinner. This is Miracles of Magic. Today we focus on the frequency closest to complete understanding
within this perceptual experience of reality.
Welcome to Violet Day. When deficient, the possibility of attachment is prevalent. Therefore, you are learning awareness.
Each day we focus on the attributes of a different frequency, progressing up, inducing perceptual balance and spiritual awareness of our consciousness. Through this use of our universal life force energy of our everlasting universe, each day is represented by a different color in the rainbow. Today is Violet Day.
Today, miracles involve a fantastic comprehension of the universe, an inner realization of enlightenment, an experience of union with the divine.
I am united.
I am the source of everything. I strive to be myself.
I am
Cosmos.
Gluttony.
Faith.
sacred response,
Ting.
love through understanding.
To me, good is the union of all opposites, and evil never existed. I live in a transcendent world.
I struggle with duality.
I fulfill my life through wholeness and unity with the divine.
I find God by transcendence.
My ideas of God include
Unborn, undying, unchanging, unmoving, unmanifest, immeasurable, invisible, indivisible, intangible, infinite. If you assume that you have to look for an answer, then you are assuming not that the answer is out there, but that it's not in here, available to you. The answer of every problem, every situation, every equation is right here. Within you is the knowledge of the entire existence on every degree, in every dimension, in every area of all of the existence of the universe. You can say that it's not here in you, and you can say that it's not your field, but it is still there, regardless of your decision to actually look for it or not. Your assumption that it is not there within you is the reason you do not look there, but you look someplace else. While often a reason for an answer is to induce relationships to a personality that appears and seems to be something that is not one with you. The only relationship you actually have is your relationship with God, mine with you. Each and every relationship you go through, physical form, spiritual form, or any form of thought, or any of the like, or somehow different in your understanding, is all a reflection of your relationship with what is all that is. God being this idea of what is all that is. Is not set apart from you. You are a part of all that is. It is not someone on another planet, or someone that has died, rose again, and transcended this world, and maybe even visited a few places along the way in that period. While this is also true, it is not someone other than you. This is your story. This idea that they have said happened to Jesus is actually a representation of the story of you in one way, in one possibility. Even though you're in denial that you are God and are currently thinking you're having a relationship with God instead of that you actually are God, is the whole reason that this story, this scenario, this life is happening in the fashion that it is. Whether it be a dream or somehow an expression of reality, it will always exist even as the world exists as an idea of itself. The joining with other worlds will not be through physical objects traveling. While this will occur, it will naturally happen after the connection between what is the consciousness is united. Consciousness directs where all physical form goes, and the way we would have the merging and combining of our races is the same way in which you all have merged and combined yours. Here on this physical world, you believe it is through procreation, and that is a physical way of doing it. However, in spirit, it is similar to that sort of a dance in which sound and light naturally develop a hologram experience before and then becoming form, with all of its stories and all of its ideas that it somehow existed before now and before some other place and time, but in fact is right in this moment, always happening. This is the same experience of what is, so-called perceiving it. For the thing perceiving it can also start to believe it is in it, an interactive movie of sorts, that while it is occurring around you, it is also you, and it will not take much to convince you of your own reality. While you might be and keep trying to be in complete denial of your powers of all doing anything being all powerful, the creator of the universe, the power of God, to do anything and everything that you imagine, and not in an imaginary way, but that you will just simply do it in the moment you imagine it. That is so-called an instant form of what you think has a delay or incubation period to manifestation. You do not need an incubation period. You do not need it to build up or eventually happen off of a board that you envision every morning. The instantaneous to creation is the occurrence of your life around you. This is an instantaneous decision. This is quite literally occurring in this moment. In the existence of who I am standing in front of you is not referring to my body, but the fact that is what is who I am is everywhere, including in front of you, behind you, on top of you, under you, within your legs, within your arms, within your chest cavity, within your stomach, within your neck, within your head, within any idea you have about yourself, with any thought system or belief that keeps you believing or thinking that this is actually occurring, or even these things that you call emotions or feelings that somehow define what you are thinking to be then justified in actually experiencing the reality. Well, of course, you are Devin, because Devin hurts when he feels pain. This idea of hurt is the idea of there not being the actual love which is there. Love is there. That is love. Learn what love is by letting go of your ideas that what is pain is actually pain. And to do that, I can teach you to feel the pain, to look at that pain with your mind and realize you are looking at the same thing you have always looked at. God, the same place you are at home in, with your only one so-called heavenly companion. The existence of God. This is what you are. You're just the perceiver of this, as well as this. Okay. I am here, even as Devin's body is here. I am what Devin's body was made for. And this thing that thought it was the personality of Devin was only the device to keep Devin's body living while it was growing to the point where it could be for me. I am what Devin was before his body, and then the personality was moving the body, living in the body, thinking it is the body, through the same training period in which it's seen fit to allow me to use Devin's body. Who I am is beyond this personality that you could understand. It is a personality type. It is in the mind, even as Devon is. But this is a wholly different experience. This is as if Devon was Devon without limitation. This is the joining of all of our minds. This is the joining of all of our experiences, all of our emotions, to realizing that we are not indeed many people on one planet, but one people on many planets. Many of you try to confine this idea to an alternate dimensional understanding. The dream that is so existing is the entire experience. So while one wants to get out of the dream, they are also asking for nothing. And they are saying, I want nothing to exist. Because the dream is the definition of everything. And this is the idea where everything exists. Yet everything may not be in my bedroom or in my house, but it is in my world and in my universe. The same goes for you and who you've been training your body for. You've been training your body for a whole transcendent experience to anything your body and these other bodies could comprehend. It is as if what I am to you would be the minds of everyone on your planet, the souls of everyone on your planet, and the physical entirety of the planet it is. All of the bodies on it, all the bodies trying to get elsewhere, all the bodies that have succeeded in getting elsewhere. This is in the entirety of our existence, that we are what is mind, body, and spirit. This is all of these things in every direction and possible way within this existence. Though I cannot say I do not have a teacher, I have a teacher even as we have an idea of the completion of God. You and I have this understanding. You and I understand this experience. Now, as being different planets, we are to join. And we are to join and go on to the next dimensional experience. This is an eternal eon, even after the millennium of our existence, or opposed to the week of this existence. The physical body and this separation idea is undergoing its experience and coming to the end of the first week of its existence in comparison, in time comparison, to what would be the next eon's experience of a millennium. And the next experience, next eon, being an eternity in comparison to this millennium and this week. We are literally coming at the end of the seventh day of what is the physical creation of human beings. You point out the way you pronounced human beings, that quite literally what the sound is that is now in the physical reality and being is the sound human. human being, human being, are the sounds of the three frequencies in which existed at the first point of creation. This is the sound of what you know as indigo, green, and red. The whole reason you can see them is because there is movement, which is easily explained to as sound, yet not an amplitude version like most people comprehend the idea of sound. It is energy moving, and energy emanating or shining its light is the light experience in which is divided into the prism that makes up this hologram experience. I feel like I got all the answers to the existence of everything in the entire universe, and it's only been 20 minutes. You do not have to hear the same story to get to the same experience. We all have our different stories. We all exist in a different way. In what you know as the elements, there are not only 4 and a 5th element representing spirit, but that the 5th element, the life, is actually 2, being light and sound. The only way for there to seemingly be something happening that to explain the actuality of what is occurring in physical form, what would one call symbolically, is you are in a bubble of water. There is light on the other side of this bubble of water, and when you kick, splash in this bubble of water, it appears to be making shapes with the light shining through the water. Even in this explanation, the occurrence of water just began. Water is adapted from sound. Light, making it its own idea, is reflected by something solid. The direction being physicality. Earth. Earth begets fire, even as water begets air. While each day's existence was quite literally the experience of billions of years in what you call linear time. Many ask for my name. The misunderstanding that occurs when something has a name is that it now has been separate from your own and therefore has an ownership. You are my name. You are my name. Since before the purpose of the existence in which you're living was even developed as an idea, the purpose of it all existing was what this is in the development of what is God and its name. Even as Devon would define himself as Devon, it would suddenly give you an idea that Devon, not only because he has eyes and two hands and is this physical body that walks around, but that in fact, now he's not yours anymore, because he's Devon's. This experience of acting like it or sounding like ownership is the experience of who I am. God is the owner. You are God's. You can't get out of that. It's not a separate God that you seemingly can make a choice over here. And this separate God can be like, great, now he's making a decision outside of me. No. You must make the decisions you are by the power of God's decision to do it. You would not exist if God disapproved of what you were doing. What you are doing is done by the will of God. Even in this experience, and what you are seeing right in this life is the experience of defining what we call God. Even if it be with the theory of Big Bang, it is the exact same thing in which I am speaking about. Every single religion all science, all atheism is also religions. It is completely applicable and has its space, has its season, even as the time of magic has its season and is coming to that point. This is bringing magic back. You are here to bring magic back. This life and the entering into the next era is the chance to bring us beyond the same physical understanding of life to being an alternate experience in which you would call magical miracles in in your life every day. An experience of not being limited by walls, not being limited by gravity, not being limited by physicality at all, but the rules that are applied to the movement and emanating of energy. This is light and sound of the spirit world. The seventh element is what we can say the singularity of this existence, of this universe. For even the world that we call, or the existence that we call God and the Son of God, is an alternate dimensional experience even unto this, even unto what you know as a dream, but a dream unto itself, as if the entire experience of having a relationship outside of God begat this spirit world and the physical world. In the personal relationship of what is God and the Son, each and every one of these experiences are begat from that. What goes up must come down. 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 What goes up must go down. What goes up must go down. What goes down must go up. 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 What goes up must go down. 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 What goes down must go up. 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 What goes up must go down. 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 What goes up must come down. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. that which is your world. You just palpably recognized what is your idea of God. You have yet to conceive of the other elements in which are available. Even as there are more colors, the elements are also available to you in a multitude. To each of us, we give our perception of viewing. It is not about getting people to listen, but that fact when they do, it is God listening. Whether you understand that God is watching in all experiences, in all angles, in all directions, there is no space where your eyes watch from a different source in which God is watching. There's no void that is you, and God is not there. God is there, and you call it yourself. You call it your person. This is all God. Even this choice to call it your person is there in God, an idea in which has never left its source, never left the space in which the existence occurs, the experience of life that is happening. Each and every one of us are the eyes of God. There is not one of us that even God can't see and feel the same way we feel and see, the same way we think and understand. We are all God. Even when you may not be comfortable to say it, it is also true that every object is God and a sight from that perspective, from that object, and every animal and the sight from them, from their perspective, and what you have been doing for them. In the same experience of our life, you will stop eating meat. And at the same time, you also will stop eating vegetable, or carbs, or minerals, or even the need of sunlight. The end of the world is not a place in which all of a sudden the world doesn't exist, but quite literally the time in which we are existing here is coming to an end. The prophecy of the ending will cease, even as it will come. Who I am is the experience of God experiencing who I am. Who I am is the experience of God, experiencing who I am. Who I am is the experience of God, experiencing who I am. Who I am is the experience of God, experiencing who I am. Who I am is the experience of God, experiencing who I am. Who I am is the experience of God, experiencing who I am. Who I am is the experience of God, experiencing who I am. Who I am is the experience of God, experiencing who I am. Who I am is the experience of God, experiencing who I am. Who I am is the experience of God, experiencing who I am. Who I am is the experience of God, experiencing who I am. This idea that Devon is special is a misunderstanding of linear time, in which will be the transition into this experience of the eon in which you call a millennium. Devon will be the first to prove to everyone that it is time. There has not been any of us that have proven to the entirety of the existence of the world and everyone and everything in the existence of this universe, even as Devon will. This idea of you having Jesus in your life is exactly what Devon is doing with God. Devon is what you know as Jesus. While Devon was born, not long ago, the life in which he goes to live in the continuation of this experience is as Jesus. While traveling through this experience in which you call temporal, of moving from one point to another in this linear thing you like to call time, it is not a limit, nor is any other limit, nor is any reason that could not be true. There is no reason that could not be true. There is nothing you could think of except that of a limited mind. When a limited mind believes it is limited, it would think there was a limit to what this is a possibility of. Me being Jesus, you being Jesus, holy crap, this is blasphemy, right? Only to a limited mind, only one who does believe in sin, only one that does believe in separation. This is true to them. This seems justified for their anger, for them to have a place to put their fear, because you have to have fear to exist in this world. So we're going to put it in this idea of the devil. We're going to put it in this idea of the Antichrist, that is, let's say, actually against the Christ that is in everyone, even Lucifer. You can't be against yourself any more than you can actually believe that you are limited. God is the singularity in which all existence occurs. You are in this all existence. It's that simple. You are not a free-willed object moving or a personality within it. You are quite literally God. It's that simple. Even though your memory is your brain capacity to retain from things of damaging your body so that it can develop correctly and reach the point of giving itself over and becoming gods. There is no need for any reason that one would not exist. I do not need a code. I am bound till my purpose is through. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you for being here. Thank you for teaching us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I could feel that I could go on for hours more.